Hey everybody, Pope Shizzle here, and I am back after a little while of being away from the game. And so there's a bunch of new stuff, and I'd like to show some of it to you. One of the vehicles I've actually been having quite a bit of fun with is the BTR 82 with the ATGM missile sticking up over the top. This thing is an absolute blast. It's the rattiest of the rat vehicles you can find. You can hide this thing behind walls and barricades, and people have no freaking clue that you're there. You just launch your missiles over them and watch as they evaporate. So, this is a 9.0 Russia lineup. This particular match, you're going to be seeing this and then the object 279. And so, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a rat spot. We're going to find one of these broken ship hulls on the western side of the map, overlooking A and overlooking their spawn. And we're going to use the scouting feature to scout the bad guys as they come up. And then we're going to launch some missiles up over the top. And oh my God, this thing turns like an absolute monster. It's awful, awful. Typical wheeled vehicle. But in any event, we've scouted a couple. Just waiting for the first victim. This isn't an anti tank vehicle, so it doesn't, or a light vehicle rather, so it gets scouting, but it does not get the ammo box that some of the other vehicles do. The missile is a tandem ATGM. I think it's got 1200 millimeters of penetration, and it basically, whatever it hits, it destroys, as that T95 just discovered. We hit the top of his cupola, and it killed his whole tank. He didn't have a chance, which is nuts that a ATGM hitting a commander's cupola would ultimately kill him. So this thing is almost stock. It's got, I think, the parts on it at this point. This is like my second or third match in it, so I think it's got parts and that's it. So the rounds themselves are not very good yet. I don't have the APDS. They're just the fragmentation incendiary and the high explosive. I think there might be armor piercing in there, but it's really low. So we've got a light tank coming up out of their spawn this way. I scouted him and I can see him, and so we're gonna throw a missile at him and see what happens when it hits him in the turret. And yeah, it blew up. So 2 missiles, 2 kills, as expected. The trick is getting into a spot where you can actually take advantage of your missiles and get to use all of them. And as I said, I'm back to the game recently, and so I'm trying to fire a missile there, and I couldn't figure out the keybind to get it to fire, and so I missed. But that guy just kept coming, so a little predictive aiming and course correction to the right, and 3 missiles, 3 kills. So we continue to watch and see what's happening. There's another T95, and uh-oh. Yeah, that was a mistake. I should have fired as soon as he came out from behind the berm, because T95s don't have a stabilizer. He would have had to have stopped. He noticed me. I think I may have killed him before, and he was waiting for me. So, yeah, we traded. But, 4 missiles, 4 kills. I can't complain about that. That's probably as good as someone with my skill level can hope to achieve with that thing. So that was a perfect match in my estimation. 4 for 4. So now we bring out the Object 279, because why not? 279 is pure fun. It is one of the vehicles in this game that will function at any battle rating. It's just fantastic. 130 millimeter APHE is just disgusting. And so it looks like there's an American fast boy down there. It's either a MET 70 or an 803. It looks like it was the 803. So, yeah, one shot to the side of him and he evaporates under the 130. So don't see anybody else left in their spawn. Looks like they've killed somebody over near the B cap, so we're going to move in that direction. I've got a Martyr 1A3 coming as well. I think he's going to stop and spot, which is fantastic. Perfect, buddy. You stay there and you light him up for me. Going to move into position overlooking the B cap, so that I can cover both angles of approach down the 4 line as well as down the 3 line. Turn a little bit so that they can't see me. Got a little bit of engine noise. I don't know what that is. It's kind of rickety track, so maybe it's Japanese. It might be British. I don't know. I can't tell. but the guy has scouted him, moving laterally right to left. So back out a little bit to so that I'm actually there when he comes around the corner, and kill the chieftain rather, Mark 10, one shot. So we will continue our little endeavor up towards their spawn. And as I come around this corner, I am not paying attention. And what the fuck is that? Is that a T58? I don't know what a T58 is. I'll figure it out, but I have no clue what that is. That looks like some kind of a giant American oscillating turret tank that fired really fast. So we'll have to figure out what that is. But in any event, a shot to the side of the hull killed it as it probably should. So he did nothing to me, which is good. And so we now come out and proceed with the spawn camp. There's a guy moving right there. He is in some kind of an SPAA, a Gepard, or a 246 maybe. That is a 246, so we shoot the side. The reason you shoot the side when it's facing you with its face is because that's where the ammo racks are, is on the far left or the far right. You don't shoot them in the middle. If you shoot them in the middle, they just laugh at you and kill you. So we shot him through the ammo rack. He's dead. And it looks like there's another one. Looks like another 246. So we will take a shot at him, and that was a beginner's mistake. I did not aim high enough over the dead ship hull. And we're about to make another mistake here. Aimed too far in the back, missed the ammo, instead got his electronics. He's now pissed off, and so we're going to back up because that thing with it broken APHE rounds will absolutely murder me. Even in this heavily armored, virtually indestructible tank, that thing would have absolutely murdered me with nothing but AA rounds. Stupid, but in any event, it's the way it is. So it looked like a Bradley maybe, trying to stick up his little turret over the top. Yeah, that was a Bradley, poor guy. And killed him for his troubles. I've gotten more movement. Directionally, I couldn't figure out where it's coming from until it was too late. It's that dude right there. We fired at the same time. I was able to get him the Vickers Mark III. He was able to get my breach, which is perfectly good trade in my book. I'm behind cover. I can repair just fine, which I did. He died for his troubles, so sorry, buddy. There's another 246, and waited for him to turn his turret to face our friend, and because I don't want, like I said, I don't want to face those things face on, and I'm sorry that the little martyr had to die for that, but better him than me. Because, like I said, I'm not fighting those things. Screw that. I'm not fighting them. At least not face on. So we are on both caps. The game is about to end, and I want one more spawn snipe before everything is over. So we're going to look and look and look and look and look, and what do we see? What do we see? There's something small. It looks like a falcon, maybe? Honestly, I don't really want any part of the falcon. They're on the B cap now, so that's fine. Wait a little bit. I really don't want any part of the falcon. That thing will, like the 246, it'll just absolutely murder me, even with all my armor, because Gaijin. And so, yeah. They're on the B cap. I really don't want to fight that guy. He's already trying to shoot me up over the berm, and knowing crazy snail physics, one of those shots would hit an optic, go in, and explode in my tank like a nuclear bomb. So we're just going to leave. There's definitely a bad guy on B, so we'll go over. We'll get one last kill, maybe two, on the B cap before the match ends. Yep, there's another 246. Put a shot right below the turret into the hull. Kills the whole thing, especially with this shell. So that is yet another victim of the 279. We will get in the cap. It looks like our team is about to start capping A, and as soon as they touch the cap, it's going to start, yeah, it's going to despawn, points start ticking down for them, and the game is over. So that was a 4 kills with the BTR, 8 with the 279 for a 12 kill, 1 death game. 80,000-ish Silver Lions. Yeah, 80,840, almost 20,000 RP. Yeah, perfect. No complaints. And so now we get improved fire equipment, and I'm debating here between doing the scout or the airstrike. I really don't know. I really don't know which one. I don't really like the scout UAV because I can't see what I'm shooting at. I don't really like airplanes, but it's going to be one or the other because the airstrike is probably more useful because I do like helicopters, so we picked that. So moving to the next match. This is actually my second spawn. My first spawn was the BTR 82 AT again, and yeah, I got sniped moving to the C cap because it's still really slow. So until it gets the engine upgrades and whatnot, it's just probably not the best for early flanks. So we're spawning in the object 435. I like the 435. I don't know why, because it's objectively a terrible tank. It is slow. It is horrible in terms of its agility. It's got an absolutely terrible gun handling. The turret traverse is awful, and the round is dreadful. This is maybe an 8.7 tank on a very, very good day. But, for whatever reason, I like it. The heart wants what the heart wants. So 435 it is, and plus we need to spade it, so might as well. So I'm focused on that. Looks like a T50. I figure what that thing was. We'll talk about that. But there's a Type 89 in front of me that I did not see, and thankfully we were close enough where he could not get his missile onto me. I think his missile either dipped into the ground or went over my head, but thankfully, thankfully he did not see me until too late because I wasn't paying attention to him. I was watching Big Monster over there on the right. So these T-58 things are stupid. Their turret is virtually impenetrable, indestructible, especially to this tank. I shot this thing in the face once in a different match, and it did nothing. He just shrugged it off like, ha ha ha, sorry, you're not gonna, no pen for me today. So getting that thing out was my number one priority because they shoot like every 2.5 seconds as well, which is holy crap. In any event, so there's smoke here. I wanted to get these three guys moving on the left, at least one of them, but I'm not running out into cover when there's smoke on the field, especially when I can see what's behind it right now, which is a Type 74. Yeah, my luck, I'd have come around that corner, been facing the other way. He'd have come out from behind his smoke and blapped me. So, and here is that beautiful hull traverse that I was talking about, the agility, just the absolute gymnastics level agility of this tank. It's just so smooth. It's so fast. It just turns on a dime. So we'll move back over towards the B cap. We got some bad guys, at least pinging on the mini map there. They've got both caps. My intent here is to go towards B. And there is oh god, we don't want to see anything to do with him. So M163, a little box car AA gun with a nasty Gatling gun. Yeah, I don't want to deal with the Gatling guns. Screw those things. Screw those guys. So thankfully he was dead. We have decapped A, about to recap A. There's more guys coming to C, and so we're just gonna hang out over here for a bit and see what happens. There's an AMX Acra that shows up randomly, just humping along, going backwards into my line of sight. So thank you, brother, for coming up and giving me something to shoot at. And then we've got something else here. Looks like a T-55. Yeah, T-55M. That's the Finnish one from the Swedish line. We're able to get a shot into him. There's a light tank up there. I really can't tell what it is at first, but he's got a missile. Yeah, don't want anything to do with that missile, so we're going to get out there and shoot him again before he reloads. I missed him the first time, a little bit too far front. Oh, he knew what I was doing, and that was a Bradley. I didn't think he could get his missile down that low, and I didn't realize it was a Bradley at first, so he had two in the tubes. So good for him. That's a good trade. I think that was 7 kills with the Object 435, so hopefully that'll be quite a bit of XP coming up when the match is over to get that thing closer to being spaded. So at this point, this late in the match, third spawn, and we bring out Big Black himself, Object 279. At this stage of the match, as strong as this thing is initially, at this point of the map, when it's going to be mostly light vehicles left, this thing is going to be virtually indestructible unless I meet somebody with a PFSDS or an AA gun that's just going to HE spam me to death. So I'm not really worried about the M60 A2 down there. He's got a heat round, so not terribly worried about that. So 279 spawns. We have two quick kills with that. So we've got both caps now, looking to get on to the A cap as well with another light guy up there. Two guys coming over the top. I missed the first one. The AA gun died before I could get my gun on it, and when I was moving my gun back to the IKV, I flubbed the shot, missed it, and somebody else killed him. So that was two potential kills I did not get a chance to get. So that's on me. A little bit rusty. Reaction time isn't quite there. So we are capping A, losing C. They have more players than us, so what I want to do is get into their spawn. C seems to be where all the fighting is, so all their vehicles are coming from this bottom right spawn. So I want to get into the spawn, interdict them, keep them from recapping C. And we hear some engine noise, and it's a cheese wedge. So we're going to line up on the cheese wedge, kill the cheese wedge. There's another light vehicle behind him moving up, so I want to be able to get around the corner and get him, but with it not getting shot in the back. And oops, I did not look to my front, which was a mistake, and it looks like a Centurion. I don't know if it's the British Centurion or the Swedish one, but in any event, it's an STRV 103 or 104, which is generally probably bad news for me since he breached me. I'm now getting shot from the side by that AA gun who killed my tracks, so I couldn't rotate and hold off until something else was able to kill him. So yeah, big black 279 died, which is too bad with only 3 kills. So that's a bad day for him. And so yeah, so now we're in the BMP. They've got more players. They are on both caps, and yeah, this is not looking like it's going to be a win. So we're going to take the BMP2 out. This vehicle is not spaded as either. This is the last of my 9.0 vehicles in this lineup that are not spaded. So I wanted to give this little buddy a run out. Given the vehicles that are left, I think that this is probably a better choice than an MBT because of the rapid fire cannon and the missiles. So we are back on the C cap. They have just taken the B cap. I'm trying to be careful. Got a little bit of movement up there on the top. So we'll give it a scout. I don't have any shots on him. I don't want to just stick myself out. So, yeah. Looks like there's a light tank on C. And at this point in time, I've got a friendly teammate who is nuking. He is getting in his plane. He's getting ready to do a nuke. So, I don't know if with the number of people we have left, if they take the C cap, it could very well tick down since he's got to take off from the ground. So I want to kill this tank on C to keep the point depletion from happening before I head to the spawn and start killing some AA guns. I don't think they have any planes up. So yeah, there he is off in the distance. You can see his team marker. He's low to the ground coming in. Looks like this is probably unnecessary to go to C at this point. He's going to get here in time, but we'll come in and try to get one last kill. This guy on C is being occupied by friendly ZSU who's plinking him, and oh, it's just a little light tank. What is that, a Mars 15? Was that French? In any event, Mars 15 is dead. Nuke is on the way. They don't have any chance because of the cap, and so we're just going to try to go to their spawn and get AA killed before don't have a chance because the nuke is there. So yeah, glad to be back, glad to be making some videos, glad to be playing again. It's just as much fun as I remember it being. I think everybody needs a break from War Thunder from time to time. Snail is still the snail. Everybody still gets Gaijined. I got Gaijined a couple times making these videos, but you know, whatever. So we had 3 deaths in that match. 11 kills, 3,800 mission points, 1 cap. Came in second to the guy that nuked. Good for him. Congratulations. And we will look at the ultimate rewards. And this was a long match. And so this is the rewards of staying in the match. 23,000 almost RP and almost 91,000 Silver Lions. Fantastic game. Well worth the effort. And yeah, we're back. So look forward to making some more. And I will see y'all soon. Take care.